Yoshino was 17, and all she wanted was the familiar warmth of home. She had never dated anyone, never fallen in love, and never imagined that her quiet life would change so suddenly. But on an ordinary morning, while handing her grandfather a newspaper, everything shifted. The headline casually suggested that the Kirishima and Miyama families were planning to join through marriage. For a moment she hoped it was about someone else, yet her grandfather confirmed. It was her. The news felt overwhelming. She had never even heard of this boy, let alone agreed to be engaged to him. Her grandfather explained that the Miyama family were old acquaintances and that their grandson, Miyama Kirishima, would be a suitable match. The decision seemed to have already been made. Yoshino tried to protest, but persuasion quickly turned into emotional pressure. In the end she agreed, not because she was ready but because resisting felt pointless. She only hoped the boy would refuse the arrangement. Her departure from home was quiet. She arrived in Tokyo with no expectation except discomfort. The Miyama residence was intimidating in size, structured with elegance, yet cold in its symmetry. When she met the elder Miyama, the grandfather, she was momentarily stunned. His appearance was far younger than she expected, charismatic and self-assured. After brief formalities, she asked where the boy was, only to hear a voice behind her. She turned and met Miyama for the first time. Their introduction was polite and detached. Miyama simply said, "Nice to meet you," and led her through the mansion without warmth or curiosity. He showed her a newly renovated room prepared specifically for her, as though the engagement were an unquestionable certainty. She thanked him with politeness she didn't fully mean. School brought no comfort. Yoshino and Miyama were placed in different classes. Within hours rumors spread. Several girls approached her, their faces sharp with jealousy and hostility. They asked if she and Miyama were together. Yoshino answered honestly that they were not lovers, and not even blood relatives, but they were expected to live in the same house. The honesty backfired immediately. The girls took her words as provocation. Students began whispering, pointing, and watching her as if she were an outsider intruding where she did not belong. She began to wonder if Miyama was aware of this hostility. His behavior was never openly rude, but consistently indifferent. He showed no interest, not in the engagement, not in her, not in the people around him. It became impossible to understand him. One night, Yoshino found herself unable to sleep. She wandered through the large house to clear her head and unexpectedly saw Miyama outside. He was carrying a bundle of blood-soaked cloth. She froze in fear, instinctively stepping back into the shadows. She returned to her room quietly, deciding not to speak of what she saw. She could not understand it and she did not want to. A few days later, while shopping for groceries, 3 boys cornered her. Their intentions were clearly malicious. Before she could scream, Miyama appeared, for the first time with visible intensity. He fought the boys without hesitation, without restraint, and without concern for consequences. When he stepped in front of her afterward, blood was splattered across his hoodie. She immediately insisted he change, but when he removed the hoodie, she accidentally saw the tattoos across his torso, intricate, large, and unmistakable. They were the markings of the Yakuza. Fear overcame her. She stepped back instinctively and Miyama noticed. His expression hardened instantly, as though her recoil had touched something inside him. What followed was not anger but cold judgment. He accused her of hypocrisy, of pretending to be kind while secretly looking down on others. He called her weak and shallow, someone who only appeared innocent. The remarks cut deeply. For the first time since she arrived in Tokyo, she cried where no one could see her. The bullying at school escalated. Someone filled her locker with mud and destroyed her belongings. She called her grandfather, intending to confess how unhappy she was, yet when he asked if she was fine, she lied. Her voice said she was okay, while her silence begged for help. But the old man sensed the truth anyway. Instead of scolding her or encouraging her to return home, he gave one sentence, cold, shocking, and purposeful. Stay there for 1 year. Make that boy fall in love with you. And after 1 year, break him in the most painful way possible. It was the first time anyone suggested she could take control of her life, rather than be controlled by it. Something inside her shifted. The next morning she approached Miyama, not with fear or hysterics, but with calm certainty. She told him she had managed to obtain 4 million yen by selling one of her kidneys. He was stunned into silence. She explained that she would not be returning to Osaka, and that she no longer cared what happened between them. There was no desperation in her voice, only detachment. When she turned to leave, she stopped once more to warn the girls who had been harassing her. She informed them plainly that if she ever died from their bullying, she would ensure all of them were taken down along with her. Miyama heard everything, and for the first time he reacted emotionally. His confusion turned into a confession spoken without hesitation. He declared that he loved her, that he wanted to marry her immediately, and that he wanted her chaos in his life. Yoshino pushed him away. She did not want love offered through obsession from that point onward. Their bond became something neither romantic nor hostile, but a mixture of both.